Welcome to the premiere of Weekend D&D Season 1 on the Chopping Block. My name is Kevin Hall, and I'm thrilled to have you join us for an adventure within the world of Luminalis. I'm the Dungeon Master, and I will be responsible for setting the scene, as well as playing all the non-player characters of this story. We have a great cast here, playing the beloved heroes. Let's begin with the player on my left.
My name is Luke, and I am playing Frenchie.
All right, and
I'm Mandy, and I'm playing Savora.
And I'm Carly, and I'm playing Mimo Maple Marmalade.
official kickoff for season 1 of Weekend D&D, and so we've already got some content out there, which is great. But this is going to be what are you doing?
I can't look at Luke.
What? This is going to be very difficult if you can't look.
Don't
across.
Look at me, okay?
Okay, this is going to be insanely difficult.
I just need to, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to look over.
Okay, it's fine, because I need to restart anyway, because Mandy's over there, like, eyes
She didn't
closed.
make any noise till
I
you
was
did.
holding
Well,
my
I'm, like,
breath.
sitting there, like, why are you holding your breath?
Well, I was, like, looking at him and he was doing these things with his
Because
mouth.
Kevin's over here is like, we have some
And then I was
content
like-
out there, we just talked
I had
about it,
to-
and I'm over here just like,
I had to close my eyes.
felt so
and, like,
attacked.
hold my breath.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I tried to look this way and forget.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's fine. This
I'm
is
slobbering.
this is what you can expect season 1 on the chopping block. For Weekend D&D, it is going to be sometimes just ridiculous giggling and inside jokes that you wish you could be a part of. Here we begin with the city of Luminalis. Suspended in the sky and steeped in arcane flavor, where magic infuses not only the streets, but the very food on your plate. Luminalis is a gleaming metropolis situated atop a vast floating plateau suspended by ancient arcane ley lines. The city is renowned for its intricate lattice of glowing streets powered by enchanted crystals embedded in the stone. Every corner of Luminalis hums with magic, seamlessly woven into its architecture, culture, and daily life. The layout of Luminalis reflects its identity, a city where magic elevates every aspect of life, blending opulence, innovation, and tireless ambition of its people. Whether wandering the glowing streets of the Starlight District or marveling at the floating towers of the Aether Reach, Luminalis is a place where the extraordinary feels common. Magic in Luminalis is not just a utility, but an art form. Artisans and architects, even chefs, are celebrated for their ability to manipulate the arcane forces. High society in Luminalis has elevated the culinary arts into an enchanting spectacle where magic is not only a tool, but a core ingredient in the cuisine. In Luminalis, magic and cuisine are inseparable, not just as flavor enhancers. This isn't just, something to make the food taste better, but spellcraft actually woven into every ingredient, the preparation, the plating. This mystical gastronomy is known as Culinaria Arcana, a respected and ancient branch of magical study that treats cooking as a living art form, capable of healing, empowering, enlightening, and sometimes even deceiving. In the glow of lantern-lit markets and the spice-laced alleys of the Embered Quarter, a humble restaurant called Beneath the Hearth dares to challenge the gilded elite of the magical cuisine. As down-on-your-luck misfits drawn together by fate and a good meal, you find yourselves tangled in a battle between power-hungry culinary giants and a chef just trying to feed the people with fire, flavor, and maybe a little rebellion. This is a tale of secrets stirred, knives drawn, and reputations roasted. So sharpen your wits, ready your appetite, as we prepare to serve something unforgettable. A burst.
Food
Go ahead.
puns.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love the wordplay.
I
every
worked
time-
really hard
I
on
know,
the
it's
alliteration
beautiful,
and the
it's-
food. I tried to make it where it's all that is the center focus
I know,
of,
it's beautiful.
Luminalis.
Sorry,
As much
continue.
as the magic is great in the way that they are transported around the city, the way they communicate around the city, all those things are great. But food, when your magic is so powerful that even the mundane things like food and plating are woven in with magic, that's when you know, like, okay, this is the level you try to rise to. So we begin on a day just like any other. A burst of sunrise floods the clouds, revealing the Aether Reach. Like a crown suspended in the heavens, we soar above drifting sky bridges where the arcane ruins shimmer along floating walkways, connecting ivory towers with gilded domes. Suspended gardens spill radiant petals into the wind, and students in robed cloaks leap between levitating staircases with ease, their tomes flying beside them. We zoom past a spiraling observatory where telescopes not only track stars, but listen to the echoes of forgotten constellations. Hovering vendors below sell scroll bagels and potion cafes to passing scholars, their stalls bobbing gently in the air. A massive transparent dome shimmers with constellation light, its surface mirroring both the real sky and imagined heavens, a magical protection of thought and theory. The camera dips into a quieter street, paved with blue glass tiles that pulse with mana beneath every step. Here, noble spellwrights sip starlight-infused tea on cloud balconies. They debate, crackles like static as mages argue with living quills floating over parchment mid-sentence. A swirl of laughter draws you in as the camera follows a soaring messenger pigeon made of light. It swoops over a wide circular plaza where the Council of Radiance Hall glows softly, its crystalline petals folding inward like a breathing flower. Guards in robes of flowing stardust bow as diplomats drift upward on arcane platforms. Soft wind catches the camera one last time, lifting us high above the spires. All of Luminalis stretches below, its burrows glowing like constellations, and above it all the Aether Reach, with an impossible calm. As a famous arcanist and High Counselor Lysandra Vane describes it, in the lofty heights of Aether Reach, where dreams take form and the stars feel within reach, we're reminded that Luminalis soars not by magic alone, but by the vision and unity of its people. As we drift to the east, we approach the Arcane Gourmand, Luminalis' most illustrious restaurant. Its presence alone is enough to captivate the senses. The facade is an elegant masterpiece of enchanted marble and crystal, carved with arcane ruins that shimmer faintly. Not too obvious, but just subtle to the eye. Whispering secrets of long-lost recipes. Above the grand archway entrance, a floating sigil pulses gently with magic, said to be inscribed by one of the original 7 luminaries themselves, the ones who actually developed the city. The restaurant terrace levitates, connected by shimmering glass-like bridges that allow esteemed guests to dine suspended far above the city. Warm golden lanterns drift lazily in the air, and their flames fueled not by oil, but by magic, infused spices that release subtle fragrances of citrus, cinnamon, and exotic florals. Suspended among the spires of the Aether Reach is the ethereal garden, a sprawling expanse of floating terraces and botanical wonders, woven together by shimmering and enchanted bridges. The gardens bloom with flora from every plane of existence. Luminous moon blossoms from the Feywild, whispering silver leaf vines that hum a harmony in the wind, and towering arcane orchids whose petals shimmer like living stardust. Streams of levitating water flow between platforms, defying gravity as if they weave through the air, nourishing the enchanted plant life below. Now the Starlight District rests just below this. Luminalis' beating heart of wonder, whimsy, and a little bit of flair. The camera dives through a velvet curtain of illusion magic, passing a floating arch where banners of dancing silk ripple without the wind. The streets below come alive with glowing cobblestones, each one lighting up as feet touch them, creating constellations in motion. Market tents bloom like flowers, their canvases rippling with color-changing enchantments. A tiefling juggler tossing some flaming fruit in the air. A living puppet dances a duet with its maker. A street bard plays a harp made of spider silk and stardust, every note trailing a glittering light down the street. The camera spirals upward, revealing lanterns drifting in the time of music. They illuminate restaurants, perched balconies, their patrons clinking glasses. They whisper songs. A trio of bards glides by on a levitating platform performing a sky ballet, while fireworks burst like glowing lilies above. Magic is everywhere, but not just arcane. It's personal, it's playful, it's alive. As the camera swings through the winding streets of the music halls and the dream parlors, it pauses just outside a small, elegant cafe, glowing warm in the morning haze, the Fork and Fortune Cafe. A satyr chef inside wipes sweat from his brow as dessert levitates onto laughing patrons' plates, candy stars burst softly above. Across the Mana Market, the air is thick, with the scent of spiced incense, rare herbs, and charged mana crystals. Stalls, shimmering with arcane sigils, stretch as far as the eye can see, each bursting with magical wares. Floating lanterns shift colors, guiding customers to specific areas based on their interest. Not unlike what we would have as like street lights and things, they have glowing lanterns to kind of direct the pedestrian traffic. Fiery oranges for alchemy brews, and shimmering violets for astral curiosities. We pan to the Culinary Conservative, a revered academy in Luminalis, where the art of magical cuisine is honed. Founded centuries ago by visionary chefs who believed that cooking was an arcane art form, the conservatory has grown into a sprawling temple of culinary innovation. Large windows allow natural lighting to the gastronomic creations and the wonder that is found within. In the Starlight District, every street is a stage, every word is a spell, and every dream is a step closer to reality. Here, magic doesn't just exist, it thrives, it sings, and it inspires. Now, the working class. The city, while kept levitated by magic, requires the efforts of many mages and wizards and sorcerers, and they all tend to work in the Ember Quarter, the below. The camera pulls back through the rising heat waves, revealing the Ember Quarter, carved into the rocky underside of Luminalis like glowing veins of lava. Forges roar like sleeping beasts, casting orange light through wrought iron gates and cracked cobblestones. Steam hisses from vents in the ground as crimson banners whip between towers of brick and brass. Lanterns burn low with an ember light, not flickering with magic, but fueled by grit and coal, because all the magic in this level tends to be used to actually fuel the city. The camera glides along a catwalk over the forge fields, where workers hammer molten metal beneath arcane crucibles, their sweat evaporating into clouds of glittering soot. Sparks rise like stars in reverse, falling upward, lighting the cavernous sky above. A small child runs barefoot past the camera, clutching a charmed skewer of some flame-roasted honey root, laughing as steam puffballs dance behind him from a nearby food cart. We cut through a tight alleyway. Walls of soot-stained murals depict heroes that no one remembers. Charms dangle from laundry lines. A group of halflings laugh over cheap ale, while a bard strums a dented lute, singing a tune about dreams born in ash, or some other familiar tune. We pass the Ashen Market, where vendors haggle over magical blackened spices, enchanted cast iron cookware, and battered wands that still spark when irritated. The smells are intoxicating: pepper smoke, roasted garlic, glowing citrus peel. At last, the camera slows before a warmly lit restaurant tucked beneath two brick pillars. Beneath the hearth, a hand-painted sign glows with golden heat. Inside, food sizzles on cast iron skillets while guests laugh over small plates and large dreams. This is the humblest of places, but the most community one could find in the realm, where everyone is someone's friend. The camera rapidly glides upwards from the lower levels of Luminalis, passing through glowing clouds that shimmer with the latent ether. The vast floating city stretches below, and we ascend towards the Starlight District, where the architecture curves like music in motion. The camera dips lower, sweeping through the market lane. It turns a corner, and suddenly, things grow quiet. A small side street curves like a spiral toward a golden-lit building that seems to breathe with charm. A painted sign sways gently overhead. Fork and Fortune Cafe, a little luck in every bite. Through the wide windows, the warm glow of the candlelight reflects off polished marble and enchanted cutlery. Inside, diners giggle as their floating plates rotate elegantly before them. A souffle somersaults midair and lands perfectly fluffed. A glass of starfruit fizz refills itself, humming gently as it does. At the far end of the dining room, we catch a glimpse of Druz, the Seder owner. Deep brown curls tucked under a too fancy chef's hat, yelling, "Whoever whisked the manna foam again?" as sparks burst from a mixing bowl behind him. He turns to the dining room, composes himself, flashes a fragile smile. Customers applaud, and the spoon in his hand wilts from the stress. A mixing bowl clatters on the floor, followed by the rapid footsteps of Druz. He bursts back into frame in a swirl of apron curls and steam. His deep brown fur is slightly singed at the ankles, his hair tied back behind in a messy chef's knot, and his horns decorated with little golden measuring spoons. Either intentional, or some of the other sous chefs were seeing how many they could balance on his horns without him noticing. Druz shouts, "That glaze was not supposed to combust! Who infused the elderberries with fireroot? That was a garnish, not a detonant!" He spins, the camera freezes mid-term, light dims around him. Druz, Seder, late 200s, owner, chef, one fragile eagle away from a culinary meltdown. Trained at the Wandering Fork, fired from it, twice. He sniffs the air, frowns, and snatches a levitating dumpling. Did someone actually follow the recipe? Gods, I need to write that down. Don't move that plate. The camera zooms out slightly. A tiny chalkboard on the counter reads, "Today's special, accidental brilliance, served warm." We find, behind the line of sous chefs and line cooks, a small but curious-looking goblin, working on some prep work for the lunch rush in just a few hours.
Okay, here we go. You see just a small 3-foot-tall goblin in a black chef's jacket with green embroidery that read Frenchy. He has long red hair tied back in his favorite measuring cups, and he has all of his knives out perfectly at a 90-degree angle next to each other. As he's chopping, he slowly taps one knife and stops. Hold on. I'm just gonna... Puts it back and continues just rapidly, speedily chopping through. Did he knock over the plates? Is that what's...
No,
Okay,
it was another one of the line
Alright,
cooks, one of the newer cooks.
Yeah.
You've been working here probably for a good 3 to 4 months. You've kind of gotten used to the flow of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Druz tends to kind of dance around, so you learn to work around him.
I mean, I'm a little bit under him, so
It's pretty easy, actually.
I just kind of bob and weave.
Tucked between. Druz walks by. Oi! I need to run out and grab the evening market goods. You good to cover food service for an hour while I'm gone?
Oh, of course, sir. Putting me in charge. I know. I'll make you really proud.
Stop right there. You're gonna make me regret it, kid.
I'll do my best. Of course, sir. Thank you.
I'll be back. I better not find anything on fire.
The food that we're cooking, do we need to use the fire?
Oh, gods, kid, you know what I mean. As he storms off.
You heard him. I'm in charge.
You see, obviously, all the line cooks, for the most part, do respect you because of the time that you have spent there. Obviously, they understand you tend to be a little, as they put it, neurotic about your utensils and the order in which things are done.
They touch them. I'm just saying.
There's a right way.
There's a right way and a wrong way to ask for it. It's gonna be no, but there is a right and wrong way to ask for it.
No matter what, the outcome is no, but you can still always ask.
Always.
So as you get into the morning service, while Druz is gone, one of the servers comes back and is like, "Hey, Frenchie, I don't know what to do." You know, he sees a young human, maybe 20 years old. He's like, "I got this customer out there." As you peer through kind of the little window in the doors, the waiter doors, you see a blue grung sitting there attempting to dine at the restaurant. He seems somewhat disappointed on his face. And the server tells you, he's refusing everything off the menu. He wants something unique or special, and I don't know what to give him. Is Druz around?
Well, actually, Druz left me in charge, so no, Druz isn't around. So I'll handle him. Believe me, I've helped him before.
Are you sure?
Of course, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. All right. Thanks. I appreciate it. I owe you one. He kind of scurries off to go find another table to wait on.
I'm tired. Make sure my hair is all tied back nice,
Presentable.
presentable. What does he say? Best foot forward. Probably not. Step
Quietly waiting out in the dining room, a short blue grung with a scholarly look and a scarf far too big for his body is waiting for a moment of the chef's time. As you approach, he says,
"Ah, young man, I have been a frequent customer for many years, as you know, and I'm simply looking for something exciting, something new that can break up the routine. You know what I mean? Just something with some zing."
Oh, of course.
"You gonna give me a?"
Do I? Yeah, I'm like.
Give me a history?
Do I know his name? Do I know his name?
So it's strangely familiar. The amount of culinary books and things that you've gone through, though, is immense. So
Okay.
give me a history check
Okay.
to see if you can kind of piece together.
Oh no, y'all! It's the first roll of the campaign.
Here it is. No pressure.
First roll of the campaign.
No pressure.
History check. Hold on, I used my other die because I rolled a 20 earlier. So.
But that means you wasted the 20.
What? That doesn't
I'm
mean
just
I
kidding.
wasted. Maybe. That's a 10 plus 4, so 14.
Okay, so you remember him as something Hopsby. Like, that's all you can remember is like Professor Hopsby or...
Oh, I'm gonna. Chef Hobbsby, how are you doing?
"Oh, I'm doing great, young man. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see what you have to offer."
Did you see the menu?
"Oh, I've eaten off that menu dozens of times."
Okay, well, I mean, I did.
"Please."
Sir, I can. And I get really kind of secretive about this. I would say I go down to kind of tuck, go up towards him a little bit and
He kind of just gently slides along the table.
I got this really nice piece of bacallican.
"Really?"
Yes, it's phenomenal bacallic, and I think it would make a fantastic stew.
What is bacallic?
The giant, big monster creature, it's really tough meat, turns you to stone, I believe.
"You mean basilisk, my boy?"
Well, I'm sorry, Professor, Chef. I did train at the Culinary Emporium, so I know some bacallic when I see it, okay?
"Whatever you call it, my lad.
I'm sorry, I'm
Just
losing my voice.
Just bring it to me.
Of course, of
I
course.
am excited to try.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. I scurry back to the
Did
to the
he
kitchen.
mean the culinary conservatory? This man.
You see, he just folds the menu as he sips his tea.
So I scurry back there and I am
Okay.
whipping up this thing rapidly.
bacallic?
I'm dastardly fast. Just
Like, this is your
spice
moment.
rack grabbing things, boom, like throwing stuff in, just like sprinkling a little, like couple things in without even looking, just over my head, just do-do-do-do-do. My measuring cups, I just like pop one off, like scoop it out from like like some canister like to my left, and just like am just going.
You've probably got like some kind of like like your own personal seasoning. Like,
I got like a
along
little
some-
container thing
Yeah.
that it's like those like quarter dispenser things.
Yes.
You just like push down and like a couple things come out. Like, it's literally just like little bits of like seasoning come out.
Yeah.
Into like and I just like start pouring things in because my little goblin guy is an alchemist.
Yeah.
Technically, so.
So you've already
I'm-
got like your own
I got my
basting
little
material.
yeah,
and stuff
I'm like
that.
I'm all
like,
good. Like I'm an alchemist, so he's a artificer.
Yeah.
First time ever playing an artificer. But
So go ahead and give me an Arcana check,
Okay.
so you can, because while you're weaving all this stuff in, although it is a very natural process of preparing and cooking, you want to be able to know what the effect is going to be.
okay. That's a 15 total.
15. Okay. So what is the effect, the magical effect outcome you're expecting based on all the ingredients you put in there?
I want him to like. It's gonna like when he like breathes out after having this stew, it's gonna like create this big like dragon's like face, and it's gonna like blow out smog.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
he's gonna like levitate a little bit, just like
So-
it's just like a little bubbly, a little floaty with it, but like he's just like you're cooking in a hot tub.
Okay.
Like he's just kind of stew.
Okay. Now, do you bring it out personally to him, or are you going to have like
Of
the server bring it out?
Of course. Of course, I have to show it.
All right. So as you approach out there, he's just like, "Oh, thank you, my boy.
The bowl's
eagerly
massive.
awaiting."
So I'm like two-handed, holding it like above my head, and just like put it on the table, jump up
Oh, it
there,
smells delightful.
and I have like fresh pepper, and I like grind the fresh pepper in
Yeah.
there, and then have a little fan, and I waft it towards him, and then I sit there, and I put my hand up, and I wait.
No, you don't. Like you just sit there and wait for him to eat it.
I am so excited, sir. Please.
You see, he's just like, "Odd. Not used to people watching me eat." And he grabs a spoon and goes to take a taste. You see, initially, there's like this, he kind of does the whole, the end of the tongue where all the taste buds are. He quickly abandons the spoon, and your heart sinks for a split second because he just kind of like tosses it down. But then he quickly follows it up by grabbing with both hands and just literally chugging this whole thing. His body mass increases by like 50% as he just drinks this entire bowl of soup in one sitting. Immediately afterwards, he does this loud belch that then creates like this smog dragon effect that floats and wafts. And are you just like doughy-eyed, like this is the outcome?
I was like, I had that back there. It's pretty good, huh?
So he begins to gently float off of his chair, and you notice what you intended to be somewhat a, like, on the down low, has quickly got the attention of many other people who are all in the restaurant as he begins to float and is like, "My boy, it's like I'm in a hot tub."
Right? Oh, it's so warm. Go on,
He
go get
goes-
another bowl.
He goes and pulls himself down to the table. "Incredible! I've been waiting for something like this to remind me why I love food again. What do you call it?"
Oh, Bacalic on the
Back a
Rocks.
lick. Is that how you want me to spell it?
well, that's how it's spelled. So I honestly, I don't know why you're so adamant about this.
Well, thank
There's
you.
2 different types of meats. It's okay.
Thank you for your time and your skills, my boy. I must
Thanks,
be
stop it,
off.
stop it.
You see him grab like his notebook, and like every step is like he's moonwalking, like just gently kind of
Bubble
floating.
bouncing.
Just bubble bouncing out of there. All the excitement and joy kind of leaves you as the door closes and you feel all the eyes of the restaurant are on you, and you begin to see people like calling their server over and being like, gesturing towards his table, gesturing towards you, trying to figure out what it was. Just then, you hear the bell in the back door as Druz returns, arms full of goods. Oi! Who's gonna help me unload the wagon?
I'm already with the server,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so we're calling it Bakalik stew. Just put it on the secret menu. Just write secret menu item. Don't tell Druz.
Don't tell Druz.
Don't tell Druz.
Okay. What if he asks?
Well, of course you're not gonna tell him.
So what do I call it?
Secret stew.
Won't he be suspicious if it's called Secret Stew?
Well, yes, but what is the
waiter
dramatic
go-
thing he calls something?
You hear the waiter door burst open with 2 more servers. They want whatever Frenchie cooked. I don't know what to tell them. All of a sudden,
Secret stew. I nailed it. Secret stew.
Druz goes, "What did you cook?"
Secret stew.
One of the server interrupts is like, "Well, apparently Nibwell told everyone down the street as well, and that it might actually be named and featured in Stir and Spell magazine." You see Druz just like,
I gave it to some random chef.
"You imbecile! Nibwell Hobsby is a famous critic for the Stir and Spell magazine, and you gave him something that wasn't on my menu."
I mean, the ingredients were here.
No! You know what, Frenchie Fry? You know, who said you could cook off of my illustrious menu? You want to make a name for yourself, eh? Why don't you get a restaurant of your own? In fact, you should start on that dream right now. You're fired!
As I was saying, I am trying. I'm saving up right now. So it's really not a great
As
time.
he just turns to walk and, like, you see, like, him, like, flick his wrist and your apron just fly off from the fork and fortune.
I gotta grab it.
Oh no! Don't make this harder than it already has to be.
I'm making it bad.
No,
I'm making it
just,
dirty.
Can you just stop? No, stop! Like the camera just fades to black as you're playing tug of war with an apron that's been taken from you. The astral plate sits on the uppermost curve of the crystalline balcony in the Starlight District, suspended by magic, moonlight, and reputation. Inside, the air smells of sugared starlight, vanilla mist, and citrus cloud foam. Plates gently rotate mid-air, letting guests admire every angle of their meal. It's a common restaurant for food bloggers because of the presentation, and the presentation here is one of the finest in the Starlight. A nearby waiter adjusts gravity with a flick, and tea begins to stream up into a teacup instead of down. The camera pans to a corner table, framed by windows overlooking the skies of Luminalis. And there sits Savora.
Okay, so Savora, let me do her description. So she's an Eladrin, so her appearance kind of changes depending on her mood. She naturally leans towards like spring or autumn, reflecting her love for joy and comfort. Her hair is normally a pretty auburn or a pastel pink. She leans towards autumn more so though, so it's usually auburn. And she usually has it in a loose braid or like a new stylish updo. She tries to dress fashionable and like trendy, but she always like custom embroiders like food inspired things on her clothes. And so she seems like a pretty, friendly, upbeat, charismatic, bubbly elf, which is kind of like different from the norm because they're usually a little like,
Stoic.
Stoic or like upturned noses and stuff, and she's just super bubbly and friendly and just wants to share her love for food with everybody. So.
Well, she's as radiant as ever, soft waves of hair glowing faintly under the ambient light. Her eyes sparkle as she lifts a lunar berry crepe, folded with precision, dusted with powdered shimmer fruit, and drizzled with the golden syrup that defies gravity, curling upward with each move of the fork. Above her floats her scorb, her personal scrying orb, that can capture the experience and share it with anyone who's connected to it, replay it. Just treat it basically like your magical smartphone. So what is the effect of this crepe?
Oh, I get to describe
You
the
get
effect.
to decide.
Okay. Alrighty. So, she bites into the crepe and she immediately, like, kind of has this, like, vision of her, flying through, like, a crazy multiverse of, like, colors and, like, strings of different shimmering things around her, and, she just kind of has, like, a mini, like, psychedelic experience, kind of.
Some crepes.
Yeah, they just make her feel, like, free and calm and strong at the same time, like she can do anything. And then when the, like, vision is over and she, like, kind of comes back to herself at the table after
That initial
yeah,
bite.
that initial
Yeah.
bite and chew and swallow and everything. So now she's gonna, like, report on her score, like, everything she experienced and what she thinks of it and stuff. So she goes, okay, so this berry jam, it's not just good, it's, like, hauntingly good. Like, I'm being ghosted by a fruit, just gently, you know? Okay, and this goat cheese they put in here, oh my gods. It's giving feral meadow romance. Just the most incredible sweet and savory crepe you will ever experience. Seriously. And then you hear, like, a little bloop ding, or yeah, bloop, whatever.
An alert comes through on the scorb. It's a message from the Culinary Commentary Council.
Is that the council finally getting it together? I'm so glad you guys could get this experience with me. All right, let's see what they gotta say, guys. Dear Miss Evercast, we appreciate your continued interest in joining the Culinary Commentary Council.
You hear, like, likes through the scorb. Like, everyone's like, oh, yeah. A few comments. Like, she's so beautiful. I love that she does this live.
And we acknowledge the time and effort you have put into your application, especially your most recent review of the Phoenix Feather Tavern. That one was so fun. I'll never forget it. However, after careful consideration, we must once again...
You hear bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, no.
No. No. Are you, like, kidding me right now? They rejected me.
A server comes over and is like,
Again!
Miss!
For displaying inappropriate emotional responses?
Ma'am, please. There's other diners here. If you...
So her hair starts, like, flushing from her autumn color to, like, bright, fiery red orange, and she, like, her whole body just kind of starts getting more pink and, like, mad, and then so she's
like
gonna
a pink Hulk.
yeah, but she doesn't actually, when she gets mad, she doesn't, like physically or, like, really Hulk out. It's just more of, like, her hue changes and stuff like that. She still always looks petite and cute and like, kind of weak. You wouldn't think she's strong, but she's like, ugh. So after that, she, like, stands up really quick, and so she accidentally, like, knocks into the waiter, and
Yeah,
a
you
chair,
see-
like, flies by.
Chair
behind
flies.
her.
All of a sudden, the things that he was trying to concentrate and keep levitating suddenly just fly over the room. Kind of like free birds, just like souffles and things.
Okay, so she's just gonna, like, get up and just kind of like, And then she's gonna like go to like slam her hands down, but like for a millisecond she realizes she doesn't want to ruin this like amazingly perfect crepe dish in front of her. So instead of like hitting it, she like slams her hands on either side of it, and when she does that, she hits it so hard. I don't know if you want me to do a strength check or anything like that, but
Yeah,
she
go
was
ahead and give me
she
a
was in
strength
the
check.
process of raging
Yeah.
right then. So okay, see
Advantage
how
strength check.
how bad
give me,
this
give me,
is.
give me that strength
Okay.
check with advantage.
My rage is
Rage.
on, so +2 melee. Okay, that's the damage. But all right, my just normal strength, or do you want me to do like a attack, just normal?
No,
on a
strength, yeah.
check. Okay.
I mean, unless you want to attack.
No,
the
no,
table.
no. I don't want to. Oh, that was the worst roll ever.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3, and it's +4, so 7.
So
Wait,
this was not.
advantage.
Oh yeah, you have advantage. Did you roll it twice?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you're
Yeah, if you're
raging.
in rage.
Oh yeah. Duh.
Not one though. So.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm gonna do it with the physical dice, y'all. So
I thought
here.
you were doing it with.
I did
digital
it.
dice.
I
We
was
don't
not
like the
smart,
digital
and I
dice.
did the digital dice
then
because
did
it was
you wrong.
And this is
All
for
right.
everyone listening. Digital
this.
dice are
this,
the devil.
This is my special
Digital
dice that Luke gave me for Christmas one year.
So we're hoping for a take it.
No. 7, 8, 9, 11.
Okay. So this isn't. You're
not my
you're
worst.
certainly
I'm not gonna break
you're
it.
certainly strong enough. This is really to see the severity of how far everything
Did it embarrass me more or less?
explodes.
Is where we're going with this.
As you hit the table, various, dinnerware and glassware just goes flying through. You kind of hear like the da 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 no da 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 da, like forks and knives and things. You see servers trying to quickly catch it with spells and mage hand to like prevent it. All of a sudden, like
Slowly hitting
wi-
somebody in the face.
women getting like slapped with souffles and just.
Got a crepe just slapped in the face.
The aftermath of the restaurant, you
kid with the
see
cheese.
everything. By the time you actually realize the severity of what you've done, the damage is extensive.
The
You see-
sabority.
You see the sorority stuff.
Everyone in our chat is just spamming the sorority.
The sorority effect.
Oh, the sabority.
Oh, the sorority. Yeah, it's extensive to the point where like you're kind of standing around in a mess of like people who've like fallen out of their chairs and people who are like kind of covered in food, and then there's the crepe still perfectly preserved, even though the other sides of the table have been like smashed horribly.
Okay, I'm gonna, like our daughter, immediately change my attitude, sit down in the chair like nothing happened, and then I'm like, anyway, guys, these crepes are divine, would pair great with the sound of gatekeeping institutions crumbling. Stay hungry, babes. And then she does like the peace sign and then like turns off her thing.
All right. There's a brief moment where suddenly it settles in the fact that Scorb captured everything. The Scorb running the whole time, everyone was able to see the entire dining experience as the camera fades black.
How close was I to the door?
Thankfully, you got one relatively close to the door. So
Okay, I just
if you were like,
misty step
can I
out.
get this to go? Like,
I just put money down and then misty step out the door
Misty
to the back
step.
alley.
We open now in the Aether Reach, the top level. A charming high-end store full of spectacular jewels and accessories, the Sunstone Emporium. Its facade is carved into an opalescent stone wall framed by twisting golden vines that bloom with tiny floating gems instead of flowers. A delicate rune-inscribed awning shimmers with a faint warmth, catching and reflecting the light above. Above the arched doorway, a stylized sunstone gleams perpetually, glowing with the inner fire, even in shadow. The entrance hums as one passes, sensing the intent before allowing customers inside. The window displays are an art form of their own, floating necklaces shaped like constellations, sunfire earrings suspended in glowing spheres, and brooches carved to hold light the way that a prism does. The shop is filled with warm golden light reflecting off shelves lined with glittering and enchanted gems. Delicate magical rings, floating earrings shaped like stars, and pendants that emit soft glow. The floor is polished mosaic of a celestial pattern, and the walls are lined with enchanted shelves that gently rotate so they can kind of showcase every single piece of jewelry that it has to offer. Along the eastern wall, we see Radbart, a 285-year-old female gnome jeweler. She is petite, sprightly frame, and frizzy white hair, which is tied back in a colorful kerchief. Her eyes are magnified comically large behind thick spectacles, and her face is a blend of both wisdom and stubborn cheerfulness, with a deep laugh lines and a bit of gem dust on her cheeks. She wears a patchwork apron filled with all kinds of tiny tools, magnifiers, tweezers, enchanted brushes, bits of ribbon. Her clothing is layered in a soft, earthy fabric, and hints of sparkle and stardust kind of embroidered throughout. Radbart stands proudly on a magical floating stool, 1 foot up, as she gestures with a feather duster in one hand and a sparkling gemstone in the other. Ding ding! The store bell rings, entering an elderly halfling.
So, Mima she appears to be your classic little old grandma with long white gray hair that she has tied up in a bun. She has family jewels on her ears, a matching striped scarf and fingerless gloves to keep her warm in the cold winter air. Sturdy, and I would say her clothing looks expensive but worn.
Okay.
And
So like estate sale kind of level, like
Yeah.
nice, not like just
Estate
garage
sale.
sale, but like estate
that's
sale.
where she got it from.
Sure, an estate
They were
sale.
dead
That's
for sure.
that's also where she got her little diamond pin that is supposed to say mom, but she wears it upside down to say, wow!
So charming.
Wow, she's a neat lady.
As before she walked in the door, none
Okay.
of y'all saw this, but she took her bag of gold coins and dumped most of it into her boot. So she only has a certain amount in the bag to carry into the store with her. And as she walks into the store, she heads straight for Redbeard, and she's kind of hobbling and muttering to herself. And she approaches the counter and she says,
Excuse me there. I'm looking for a gift for my husband. We've been married 87 years this year, which is longer than any of the couples in my family. And I just want to get him something nice. But I only have so much coin on me. Could you help me, please?
You see Radbart step down from the stool. Oh, aren't you a sweetheart you are? As she moves gently behind the counter. And she goes, 87 years. Why, that's just lovely. I
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
wish you the happiest years to come.
They said we wouldn't make it, but we sure did.
So, what type of jewelry are you looking for? A ring, a pendant?
Well, I don't know if you have anything like this up in the front here now, darling, but I was hoping for one of those stopwatches that tell you the time in multiple rounds. Perhaps, if I can just remember, oh, you know how my memory is, but at this age.
She would know.
But if I can remember it, perhaps the realms that our two families are from.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception check, because there's a couple lies you've built up along the way of this is all the gold I have. It's all been lies. Let's be real. It's been like layers upon layers.
she doesn't know that. Okay. Okay. 20.
20?
14 plus 6.
So a dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. You see, she is like hook, line, and sinker. From what you can tell, she's just entranced by your story of love. You know, I'm hoping, lady, that I could find somebody just as lovely as you have found. Let me go see if I have a stopwatch. And she kind of
Thank you kindly, darling. You're a sweetheart.
she kind of departs behind. I don't have anything like that up front, but I can check in the back as she kind of dips
That's
behind.
wonderful. Take your time, dear. I'm in no hurry.
She disappears from Perfio.
And immediately her hunched shoulders pop straight up. Her spine is strong and straight. And she heads straight for wherever that emerald necklace is that she has been eyeing for weeks.
You go and you kind of know exactly when it's in one of those rotating like stand things. You do notice though that there's obviously the lock, the typical lock that's kind of like on the glass display case. So I'm gonna need a sleight of hand.
I cannot remember if I got a lockpick kit.
You
Thieves'
did.
tools.
Yeah, you always start with thieves' tools. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and give me that sleight of hand.
Do I get some kind of advantage for having the tools? Okay, cool beans. Let me grab my other.
But on a
Got my
failure, they break.
2d20. Okay.
It makes it more interesting.
21. 18
So-
plus 3.
So as you're kind of like working through it, you hear, well, I found some stopwatches, but I can't. You said rams, right? Rams? What was it you wanted on the watch?
Oh, darling, perhaps a phoenix, or maybe a unicorn. Maybe just bring me some options, dear. I can't decide, and I can't remember the realms that we're from. So maybe a few options of the time zones that you have available.
So all of this while you have like thieves' toolkits in your mouth, like trying to get through and break. You're able to pop it open. It seemed like a pretty basic lock. You kind of like tuck your tools away, and then here it is, this beautiful kind of wooden walnut stained box that kind of just closes down on the emerald necklace that you've been eyeing.
Gorgeous. I take the necklace out of the case, put it in my bag, and place it back exactly where it was, relocking the door. No, I put the necklace in my boot. My other boot.
Your
that
other
doesn't
boot.
have the coins
Yeah,
in
you
it.
can't have a mix. You gotta have coins in one boot, necklace in the other.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and complete that. As you're walking back to the counter, the moment you reach the counter, you kind of see her like pop from behind, and she's just
And I
got
stoop with
like
Stoop my shoulders.
she's got like multiple like watches, like ring, like all hanging from her arms. She's a little gnome, so she's kind of like waddles over and then gently kind of lays them down on like a felt mat.
Oh, my dear, you have such beautiful wares.
Thank you.
Oh, my Harold is so pleased.
Well, so we start on the high end here, and we do have the Phoenix. Now, these are rather expensive. We're looking at, potentially 15 to 20 gold pieces.
Well, perhaps maybe one of the slightly less expensive ones, darling.
Okay. Well, we have one over here on the right side, 5 gold pieces. There's a little scuff in the back. We did get this one used from an estate sale, but it's still very lovely. We can polish it. 5 gold pieces, and you get it. It has, it has a depiction of like a big tree with like an apple and like a little kid kind of like sitting in the shade of the tree.
Oh, that's wonderful. This reminds me of the stories he told me of his childhood home.
Oh, you just see, her heart just kind of warmed about the whole thing, and she kind of just leans in, like, Harold is his name?
Yes, darling. Oh, and he was so handsome when I met him.
Is he not
Still
handsome now?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, of course, we age. You know how it is, darling. Me, myself, too.
So
would you like me to wrap this up, or are you?
She pulls out her coin purse
Mm-hmm.
and dumps it on the counter, and exactly 4 pieces come out.
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh. Is there any chance that I could get this for 4 coins? And she pulls out a cookie from her other bag.
So, for
And
those
one of my
listening,
homemade
explain the cookies.
So she has a bag of homemade cookies. They're delicious chocolate chip cookies with candied pecans in them and a little bit of rum extract in there.
I'm making these cookies.
I have made these cookies.
You have? Oh my god.
I'll eat these
They're really
cookies.
good. You must make
I'll
us
eat
these.
them
You need to
gladly.
make us these cookies.
But they're not just cookies.
They're not just cookies. They give me advantage on deception. Did
Yep.
we do
Deception and
or-
persuasion.
Okay. Oh, both. Nice.
Yeah, depending on which one that you are using.
They're rolling so
Yep.
good you don't
I
even
get,
need it.
I get 4 per long rest.
Yep.
They're special cookies.
So you pull out the cookie, and she's just like, "Well, let me try the cookie first and see." And she goes to take a bite. Let me see if she. Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
With advantage?
Yeah. Because that was a
Give flex.
failure on her part.
Get flex.
Wait. Where's my deception? Deception plus 6. 18 plus 6, so 24.
Well, considering she rolled a 1, we're gonna go ahead and move forward where she just. Oh, this cookie is amazing! You made this?
Oh,
I tell you what,
thank
you
you,
just give me the
darling.
recipe for this, and we'll call it
Oh.
square.
My dear. Sure.
But she pulls out like a newspaper. It's cut out. She copied it out of a newspaper. It's not
So
her real recipe.
they're not-
It's her deception recipe.
Nestle Toulon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like for that, the 16 one.
Yeah, so
16.
she takes the recipe gladly, is extremely grateful, and thank you for just reminding me of how wonderful people exist in this world,
Oh,
and
darling,
that true
same
love is
to
real, and you've
you.
given me hope to just not give up on myself.
You've been so kind. My hero will be so pleased.
And she tears up and just wipes the single tear out of her eye.
It's so despicable. Like it's just so. You see, she packs it up in like a little velvet, knapsack kind of thing, and hands it to you. And then she's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to put the rest of these watches away, but you come back anytime. You hear?"
Thank you, darling.
As you begin to head out the store, reaching the door, you hear just.
Oh my, whatever is that noise? My ears.
You see Radbar just kind of just like drop all the watches. Like, are you kidding me? She goes, hang on a second, and she like approaches to check, notifying.
So confused. What is that?
Please have a seat. Within moments, there is already a few officers that approach the store. You hear, "Excuse me, ma'am." Appearing before
Well,
you.
aren't you a handsome young man?
Appearing before you are 3 figures. The first is a tall dragonborn, towering over you by at
That's
least
the one.
5 feet. That's the one that you're like, aren't you handsome?
That's the handsome one. The dragon one. Give me that. Give me that muscle.
He's dressed in shimmering armor. He appears formidable, but somewhat gentle. Across from him is an equally dressed figure holding a stack of papers. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
A 7.
So you see in the stack of papers, there's like mention of you see like marmalade, as if like some of these papers within this file are related to you. It's a rather thick file full of things. Between them is a cold and calculated woman, an elf. She appears concerned and yet unyielding in her course. The Dragonborn speaks again. I'm Officer Tunic. This is Officer Whelms, and then immediately the elf just chimes in. I'm Dillis Sprout with the Alliance of Aging Individuals, and you have quite the rap sheet, Miss Marmalade. Many occurrences of erratic behavior, she kind of just flips through the pages. We're deeply concerned about your well-being.
My goodness, I'm so confused. I don't know what you're talking about, dear.
You don't know why we're all here.
Who are you? Do I know your mother?
Oh my gosh. We just introduced ourselves, Miss Marmalade.
I'm sorry, darling. My hearing ain't what it used to be.
We have concerns of a possible theft, and this is just adding to a long list.
That's terrible, dear. Where did that happen?
It is terrible. We're concerned that you are the thief because you set off the alarm, and we would we'd like to be able to check your persons for any of the store's belongings that, you know.
Oh, now that won't be necessary. I'm good friends with the shopkeeper.
You see Radbart behind just kind of shaking her head like, no, this was not what we talked about. The Dragonborn, Officer Tunok, ma'am, it's not personal, and it could have just been an accident, so we're not gonna do anything.
You're so sweet, young man.
Okay, thank you. But we do need to search because the alarm wouldn't have gone off for nothing.
Well then, here's my bag, darling.
She hands her him
Thank
her purse.
you. Give him the purse as he kind of just moseys through, and it's just like, ow,
You're
sharp
doing
objects.
so good at your job, lad.
Thank you. As he goes through, there's nothing here, ma'am. You see, obviously, Dillis is not convinced. According to your rap sheet, they have found various articles. Your file, ma'am, it's a history of many shopkeepers that you've run into that have expressed concern about things going missing after you enter the premises.
Isn't that strange?
Not strange, not coincidental. We're almost positive that you have some of these belongings.
I don't know how it would have happened.
Give me a deception check.
Can I give a cookie to you?
Give out them cookies.
19.
Oh my gosh!
Heck!
Okay.
I need to borrow your dice.
You need my dice.
Those are mine! I'm so proud.
It's like when one of your kids wins a spelling bee.
Hashtag Rich drop.
Aw, good
So-
job.
She explained, you must understand that a theft is never acceptable, even if it's
Oh, I
unintentional.
know that, dear.
Well, are you aware of the actions you take? Because this file is very concerning.
It's full of lies, probably. It sounds like to me, because I don't steal
Fake news.
anything, darling.
Okay, well, we shall schedule a check-in at your residence within the next 7 cycles, or 7 days. I should hope to find your home in fair order and you in a better light. If you don't pass...
It's quite bright in here, I thought.
Stop. If it doesn't meet the standards, then the Alliance of Aging Individuals will have to take action and put you in an assisted care home.
Oh, well, I guess I better go start dusting my cupboards.
Fade to black.
She's never dusted a cupboard in.
She kept the necklace.
Oh my god.
I'm like
One
really
more
good at
thing
that.
stolen.
She's so good at being old.
And devious. And that wraps up this episode of Weekend D&D on the Chopping Block. Thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this wild culinary adventure, and a special thanks to our supporters. You're the reason we get to keep cooking up these stories. We hope you enjoyed the chaos and the laughs. Be sure to join us next time as our party sharpens their knives and faces whatever the kitchen or the streets of Luminalis throw at them next. Until then, may your rolls be high, your spice be bold, and your weekends be full of adventure.